You know, sometimes they be tripping. See what I'm talking about?
So we coming in for the quiet storm. Is that what we're doing?
I don't know, man. I'm on hip hop.
That's what you're playing.
I'm on hip hop. I'm just hitting play. Okay. I might be able to jig that one a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rap. Oh, vibe.
Oh yeah, get him to start freestyling.
Play your rapper beat, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, LaCheston, and we're back with another podcast. I am here with my guest, and I'm here with my co-host.
Your girl, Kim. Hey, guys.
And you know we about to get to it, man. It's another Industry Monday, man, and we have some awesome guests here that we're about to kick it with. We have some entrepreneurs, black couple right here in the city of Birmingham. But y'all know I'm not going to talk too much like I normally do. I'm just going to go ahead and turn over to them and let them introduce themselves and tell you how you can find them.
Well, my name is Andria Hall. I am the communication specialist and sales rep for Hot Doggity Dog. We are actually a black-owned business. We are a married couple, or about to be married couple. He's my fiance. So we are basically keeping it in the family and trying to really take over Birmingham one hot dog at a time.
I hear that. One hot dog at a time. What you got for us, big
He
dog?
was saying, and look, I go by the name of Tyran, some call me T.Y. Ty. And like she said, we're a black-owned business. Hey, we just trying to move forward. We running and we pushing and we're not looking back. Yeah. Hey, our taste is better than our bite. So guess what? Them hot dogs, we jumping.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. It's we're really happy to have you guys, man. Thanks so much for sliding through and kicking it on the What You Mean podcast for Industry Money setting. And what we kind of do on Industry Money is we like to seek out, other black entrepreneurs, advertisers, marketers, anybody within our culture that can give back to the culture by just basically giving knowledge. A lot of people don't know what's going on or how to do something simply because they don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give a quick backstory and we'll get started. So we had our event, what was the Sip and Shoot, March 27th, a little while ago. Mm-hmm. And you know that we had a full house for our last event. It was packed.
If you missed it.
Yeah, you missed one.
You missed a good one.
So while we were on a mission, actually, to get those people here, I had a friend that introduced me to a model coach and walk coach. And that model and walk coach was having a class out at Railroad Park the day that you guys were actually set up. So she said that she would put the word out and she would get some people here. And did she get some people here? Yes, she did. So Miss Taylor Moore, if you're listening to this podcast, shout out to you. Thank you again for that. So she had one request. She said, I'm going to do this for you. I need you to do one thing for me. I said, what's that? She said, I need you to come to Railroad Park, talk to my models, talk to my kids about photographers, pictures, poses, things that people look for. Wow. And when I rode up on my motorcycle that day, I just so happened to pass a hot dog shack, if you will, by the name of Hot Doggity Dog. Okay. Don't get it confused with Diggity, because everything over here is a doggity style.
Okay.
You feel me? And I rode up and down like 2 or 3 times before somebody stopped me and was like, hey, bruh, you like hot dog? I was like, they all right. Man, we got a biker dog strictly for the people riding on bikes, man. When you park, come over here and I want to fix you one. And I was like, all right, cool. But I knew I had to be over there, and then I knew I had somewhere else to be immediately following after that. But I made it my business to come back over. I think I might have spoke to you or another young lady that was over, and I was like, hey, y'all black owned. Was like, yeah. I was like, look, check this out. I want to get y'all on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all an opportunity to come use the platform for whomever may hear it or whoever gets the opportunity to hear us, and y'all tell us about y'all platform. And that's how they got here, you know what I'm saying, on today to tell us about their business. So if you can and you will, I'm pretty sure Ty might let ladies go first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
she can go.
I don't want you to let her steal the interview from you. But I definitely want you to just go in a little detail a little bit for the people to let them know, you know what I'm saying, how it was founded, why it was founded, what some of you guys' short-term goals are, in terms of what you're doing in the perspective industry that you're in.
Okay. Well, I have to go all the way back to when Tyran first shared with me that by the time he turns 35 years old, and yes, I'm telling his age, that he does not want to be working for anybody. He wants to be working for himself. So he told me that, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, how old are you right now? Because it's funny, when we met, he was very, very confused and conflicted about how old he was. He was much older when we met. And then as the years went by, I noticed that age wasn't going up. It was like, I'm like, how old are you? But the point is that, I'm like, so, because I'm trying to figure out how much time do we have before we get to this 35-year goal that you don't want to be working for anyone.
Right.
Well, about a year ago, he decided that he needed to start putting action behind that dream and trying to make sure that by 35, he had an established business. We were sitting at Black Market Grill, I won't forget, and he was like, hey, I think I want to start a hot dog cart. Out of nowhere. Now, he does music. And he has a lot of, capabilities and, many different skills and gifts. But when he said hot dogs, it was just like, what? Yeah,
Right.
You heard the DJ's music scratch, and it was like, what music style? I was like, what do you mean hot dogs? Tell me more. And he had found this hot dog shaped cart, this yellow and red hot dog shaped cart over in China that they said that they could customize and get to America. And I'm sitting here like, okay. And he's showing it to me, and he's got it all painted out in his mind. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm flowing with it, like following what he's saying. And he said, yeah, and we can come up with all these different dogs and, just really kind of keep it really unique, blah, blah, blah. So fast forward, he starts talking with the rep that night. I mean, he's messaging with her that night in China about how he wants to get this cart. She starts dropping figures. The lady was like, it was like over $5,000. I'm sitting here like, for that cart? Like, really? And then it's going to be this and it's going to be that. And the money just kept adding up. And all I kept hearing was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And how, you're not already self-made. You're not already where you want to be. You're trying to get there. Do you feel like you're going to be able to make this happen? What I love most about the coming together of all of this is that there was no hurdle too big, no mountain too high, no ocean too wide that he would not get across to get us to where we are right now.
Right.
So he did everything. I'm talking about everything from DoorDashing to Uber to DoorDashing Uber some more to what you want me to you gonna pay me to do shoes, you're gonna pay me to do this, you're gonna pay me. I mean, it was everything he could to get the money to do what he had to do to get this cart to Alabama.
Wow.
Get it customized, get it off and running. He started designing company shirts. The whole thing just started unfolding just like that, right? Long story short, as I fast forward even more, next thing you know, we're at our first event. We're set up with this hot dog cart, and I was really nervous because I was like, how are people going to take this? Like, I know it's a cute cart, but like, how are they going to take it?
Right.
Very first event, we sold out.
Hey.
We sold out, and I didn't think people cared about hot dogs that much. But the difference in our hot dogs and what we do is not just that we sell hot dogs, but then of course we have this novelty custom-made cart that looks like a hot dog. They always say it puts them in the mind of the Oscar Mayer weenie. So people come over and they're like, wow, this is so cute. So the novelty of the cart brings people over. But then people always say, it's y'all's smile, it's y'all's personality, it's the customer service. Yeah, that makes me go ahead and say, well, I wasn't trying to get a hot dog, but let me see what you got, And the next thing you know, they're ordering. And that has happened time after time after time. And we've grown from just doing events, just like in the community, to doing birthday parties. We've got family reunions scheduled. We've got corporate events scheduled where they're going to be doing customer appreciation events. It's just grown and grown and grown, all from his vision of, hey, I don't want to be working for anybody by the time I'm 35.
That's what's up. That corporate business hit different.
Yes, sir.
How you going to add to that, man?
Man, everything you're saying is true, man. And by the way, I'll be 35 June 13th.
Are we sure this year?
Still 35?
Are we sure that this year?
I'm 34.
Because I'm trying to get like, she's saying you 35. You've been 35 for like 5-6 years.
It's
35.
because it hasn't moved.
But I'm 34. I'll be 35 in June.
Okay.
And, like I said, I have ran across a lot of obstacles, you know what I'm saying? The devil stay on my back sometime, like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I'm like, I'm too close to what I'm trying to accomplish. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the monkey wrenches and stumbling blocks become a part of it. I'm like, no, I got to keep running. I got to keep pushing. I can't look back. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been building. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the events that we first started, it was nervous. I was nervous at first. And I was like, well, why be nervous? Everybody love hot dogs, at least the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's going to sell some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's low overhead. Like, I can't lose right here. So, just coming up with the vision. I always tell myself it started off as a dream, and that dream became a vision, and that vision became reality. Yeah. And that's what I'm living it right now. So I'm just following my heart. Yeah. That's all I can do.
Hey, can you say that one more time in that same order? Because I want somebody to hear what you just said.
Okay, well, so basically, I go with the concept of I started off with a dream, and dream became a vision, and that vision became reality.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, say it one more time for the folks in the back. And when after he said this time, I need you to hit the bomb after he said this time. Say it one more time, bro.
It started off as a dream, and that dream became a vision, and that vision became reality.
Yes.
So I'm living it.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, it's...
That's
Kim,
what
you
it's
got...
about.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got to say something, because I didn't...
And like that's what it's about, and just the whole process of everything. So when you see like everything just manifest to what God laid on your heart, like it's literally just mind blowing. I can't even really begin to like just describe it, but that's just so awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. And I like I say, I believe in dreams. I hear other entrepreneurs, other business companies, they, tell me, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to believe. I'm a big believer because I have faith. You know what I'm saying? I know where my power comes from.
Right.
But me actually living in it and doing it and following the steps, even with the sacrifices and stumbling blocks that I have to go through, it's like now I want to do more. What else? God, open up my eyes. Let me see what else I can do. And I'm just going to step out down the water and just do it. I'm going to follow my heart.
That boy said, step out on the water. You a believer, man.
I'm a real believer.
Yeah. Even
That
like
boy
what
said,
you just
step out
said
on
too,
the water.
Earlier, you were saying how like the devil's been on your back. That's a real thing. That's a real thing, y'all. Like when the enemy is really trying to attack you, when God is really giving you a vision of what it is you're supposed to be doing, that can discourage you.
Oh, yes.
It can put you in a box and have you feeling like, well, shoot, should I even be doing this? Like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm gonna just throw in the towel. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all, but I'm gonna just throw in the towel and just let that be that. So the fact that you just constantly persevered and you've gotten over those obstacles, that's inspiring. Y'all should definitely keep doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he motivates me by being that persistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he comes to me all the time with, okay, this has happened.
Yeah.
Or guess what? The wheel has blown out on the cart. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? Well, I got to get another wheel from China. From China, how long is that going to take? Right. And how much is that going to cost? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. A cart has had all these little challenges and obstacles.
So this piece you got from China, is it so accustomed that any type of renditions you need to do to keep it going, you have to order from them?
Man, you have the crazy thing about it is, and what I realize is, man, everything on there is custom made, and their measurements are different than
that is true.
Here.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, they go by millimeters. We go by centimeters. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they already have it set up to where, okay, well, you can buy some from us, but if you need any parts, you're going to have to order from us. Unless you're going to change everything to American parts.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So when I do order something, I'm gonna order 2 of them. Like my water, my pump went out. I ordered 2 of them. My wheel blew out on the freeway on a Sunday, which I was supposed to be in church. We was in church, but I was rushing out of church. Thank you, God. Like, nope, we ain't gonna let you do that. I had to buy another wheel. That's 2 wheels. I said, forget that. I'm gonna go and get a trailer. I ain't got to worry about hooking it up to my truck, driving on these little roads that we do have in Birmingham.
Right.
I'm just gonna put it on a trailer. We're gonna ride like that. We're gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
We're gonna get it done.
So
We're gonna get it done.
So I want to congratulate you guys on the success that y'all have had so far, you know what I'm saying, with your business. You know what I'm saying? I want to congratulate you also on the engagement, you know what I'm saying? I also want to, embrace the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I can tell by the way that you guys are responding and reading each other that there's definitely chemistry there, bro. So, continue to support each other, So, I know y'all at a place right now where y'all was like, the business is doing good. All I heard when you gave me this rundown of folks that's booking you, all I heard was corporate. Because I know when it comes to corporate, them folks not going back and forth with you no price. They signing a check and giving you your check.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the things that, with everything already going in a heightened direction for you guys, like what are some other things that, not saying that you had to necessarily change or do anything like that, but what are some things that you guys are considering right now will be like the next level for the business? Like what else are you trying to like tap into where it doesn't bankrupt the bank, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't add a whole lot of strenuous tasks to your already workload because, I always say this on every single podcast because this is my ace boon coon right here. And she always talk about balance. So we probably go get to balance in just a second because she'll probably initiate that. You know what I'm saying? But like what's the next one of the next steps that you guys are trying to get to that doesn't handicap anything that you have going now?
Well, an extension of what we're doing, one is that we're getting ready to start selling bottled juices. So I was visiting Yo Mama's for the first time a couple weeks ago. Spring break was my first time getting a chance to go to Yo Mama's. And I was so impressed that they had this, extensive collection or selection of juices, from tropical punch to some kind of lemonade to something else. And I was like, So I ended up buying 3 of those juices, and they were all so good. And when I looked at my receipt, I said, wow, they just made $12 off of me just from ordering these juices. And all of a sudden I called him, a light bulb went off. I said, we got to do bottled juices. I said, because how much are you spending and how much are you making when you sell Coca-Cola and Pepsi and, the bottled waters? We looked at the profit margin versus if we were to bottle our own juices, and it was substantially more if we make the juices our own and sell them. And the overhead will be low, like, getting the bottles and the labels, which we're still waiting on the labels to come in right now. But just doing that is going to be a huge gain for us selling bottled juices. Now, the caveat to that, because you're probably thinking, okay, what do you mean? Like, where did the bottled juice idea come from? Just from drinking at Yo Mama's. I also sell fruit-infused detox teas. Tyran used to do it as well. I mean, he still got it. He just don't do it as much. But fruit-infused detox teas, we came up with different fruit-flavored recipes for these detox teas. So people drink detox teas. That's why I was late. I had to drop off a detox tea to a customer. I have a whole list of different flavors they choose from. So I said, well, why don't we just take those flavors and just keep the tea out of it? They don't have to detox. They just drinking the juice because the detox tea tastes like juice. They love it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to.
And it's a tea?
It's a detox tea, right? But because the detox tea doesn't taste so good, I fruit infuse it and I flavor it up, bottle it, and I sell it. Usually it's $25 to $30 a gallon. And people, they're calling me week after week. It's gone, I need more. It's gone, I need more.
So what is your detox tea really catering to? Is it a detox as far as flushing the system out, like people are using for weight loss, or are they using it as a detox to a kind of sort of as a laxative to kind of sort of cleaning insides out?
Both. So it cleanses your upper and lower intestines. It helps with blood pressure. It helps with your blood sugar. I mean, it's a 9-herb blend that's supposed to do all kinds of wonderful things for your body.
I need to put in an order then.
Please do.
Make that too.
Please do. Please do. Right. Plug. But yeah, so that we're gonna take those fruit flavors. Like I said, we're gonna bottle them up, and those are gonna be our doggy juices. So
we're gonna call them doggy juices.
Yeah. Well, we just said that tonight. There we go. Doggy juices.
Are y'all putting some doggy ears on the caps?
I don't know. You know what? It's interesting that you say that because we're also gonna be doing T-shirts.
Okay.
We're also going to be he's looking at little kid boxes that are in the shape of dogs that do have like the little doggy ears and a tail. Remember you looked at it on there? So we're looking at all kinds of stuff to really bring this whole doggy concept to life because we want to do something to distinguish ourselves from Hot Diggity Dog. So really honing in on that doggity dog part and making it all dog to dog kind of thing. We're really trying to find a way to really make that.
Bro, I can't wait to pull up on y'all and y'all got the mascot out there because the mascot comes.
Yes, we're looking forward to that.
I already know it is. I can hear how y'all talking about this, the branding aspect of what you're trying to do. Like that's an extremely important part of business is the branding. You know what I'm saying? I had a panel of photographers in here a couple of weeks ago, and we were just talking about different things, and that was just one of the things that we definitely honed in on is the importance of diversifying yourself and making sure that people can cipher between the difference between Hot Doggity Dog and Hot Diggity Dog. Like it's two different things when you come out here and you're dealing with us and we're dealing with them. Like we're not saying that they're a worse company than us or they don't do something as good as us. We're only saying that we are who we are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
you're set apart.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes. Look, and to that point, oh my God, we were working the cart one day, and one of our Caucasian brothers stopped by, and he wanted to know where the owner was. And I was like, oh, he's right over there. He's like, no, the owner, not the manager. He runs the cart, right? I'm looking for the owner. I was like, he is the owner. Well, he had patronized us before. His point, and the point of me telling you this, is that he felt like, and he feels like our service, our presentation is so well put together that he didn't believe, I don't think, that it could have been black owned and black ran. He thought he was just the manager, but there was an owner somewhere else. And then when he talked to him, he was like, this is all you. You did this.
I mean, I didn't know what to expect neither when I pulled up on y'all, and I was like, yo, if the person who owns it, is they here? And the young lady was like, Yeah, but he'll be back. He ain't over here right now because I think you had ran off to get some or something like that. And by the time I came back over there, it was a rush when I came back over there. Like, it was like, you know, you was trying to give me your number. I'm trying to send you my contact. You still trying to work. You still trying to move this and move
flipping dogs off the grid.
Bro, I was just trying to get out your way, bro. I was like, look, bro, just hit me as soon as you get a chance, bro. And then you hit me like a day later, like, man, I'm sorry about the lateness, bro, but we definitely want to come and do it. So again, you know, I know we in the middle of it. We know we're near the end right now, but thank you again for coming, bro.
Thank you.
You want to switch gears?
What's your favorite flavor?
Okay.
Yeah. What's
I want to know what's in the, and I want to know what's in that biker dog too.
Right.
Oh, wow.
What's y'all's best-selling flavor?
Our best-selling dog, I want to say.
The Loco Dog.
The Loco Dog.
Mm-hmm.
The Loco Dog?
And she loved the Loco. She came up with the Loco Dog. What's your favorite saying? Loco.
Like Four Loco? Like Four Loco?
Bruh.
The drink? Like Four Loco?
But the Loco Dog actually have, the Loco Dog, you have the messy dog, but then you have the Loco Dog. The Loco Dog has sauerkraut, jalapenos, cheese.
Seasoned ground beef,
special sauce. We have a special sauce that's jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Who came up with the special sauce? No cap.
She did. She came up with it. She came up with it. I'm gonna give her that.
Well, he wanted to do a special sauce. I
Okay.
just helped to bring the idea to life and do the recipe, you know, put the recipe together.
So you done got you a whole queen up out here in these streets.
Yeah, I got an angel.
I don't know about Angel, but
It's extremely hard to find, bro.
Yeah,
A whole package deal where you get somebody that's going to directly embrace, and I say embrace because everybody can accept what your dreams and your visions that you're trying to turn into a reality. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, everybody can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? So to have somebody to embrace that and find out where they can fit in it to help you, you know what I'm saying, surpass where you thought you would be at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really what. And I don't know, I can't say what your relationship is, and that's not what my angle is right here. But stuff like that is what make you look back on your marriage and your engagement and the relationship. Yeah. And those are the things that keep you grounded and make you appreciate what you're going through when the hard times come. You know what I'm saying?
You need to say that again.
Because a lot of people don't make it as far as y'all make it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't even honor the values and stuff of marriage and stuff like that. And with that being said, I'm gonna switch gears because I want her to ask the question because it's always her question, so we can get to some more stuff.
It's a good question, though. It's a good question because I love, like, when we do talk to entrepreneurs, really understanding, like, how you balance it all. And then especially just as a couple, like, how do y'all balance, like, your personal life and then your professional life as well? Because y'all work together and, you know, you're also in a relationship, so how do you do it? What's the secret? Because everyone has a different perspective. So what's the secret for y'all?
he knows I'm going to jump in on
I
this.
love how y'all looking at each other.
Because we were just having this conversation on the way here.
Yes.
So first of all, every Saturday is date night.
Okay. Intention. Yes.
Yes, we have, because, you know, if you don't set aside time, time will get away from you. Exactly. And it won't make itself. You have to make time for stuff, right? So Saturday is date night. But last night we had an event that took our whole Saturday. So it's kind of understood, even though we don't always say it, if we don't have date night on Saturday, that means Sunday is about to be date night. After church, you know, later on that evening, we're going to do date night. So I was talking to him about the fact. I said it earlier. I was like, hey, I'm going to take us out to eat after the interview. And I guess he forgot. So on my way here, he was telling me about his plans that when we left here, he was going to go do this and go do that and go do and get all this. And I'm like, whoa. I thought we were going to go out to dinner. He said, well, I'm not really hungry. We can just eat something at the house. And I said, well, you don't want to just go have a drink or something? I said, it's really nice out. Let's go sit. And he's like, well, we can just do that at the house on the porch. I'm like, wait, I think you're missing it. I was like, listen, everything can't be. Yeah, that's what I said to him. I said, we do. Right. I said, everything can be Hot Doggity Dog. I said, we just spent all these few days together, work. We have to sit down and we have to make time for each other. Absolutely. And we got to literally and genuinely connect. Otherwise, it will only be about the business. And then I'm just your business partner. You know, I tell him all the time, like, and if you're just coming home and it's just, I'm coming home to go to sleep, then you're just my roommate. Like, I don't need a roommate. I don't need a business partner. I also want a husband. I want a friend. And so me constantly having that conversation with him, sometimes he has to have it with me as well. Like, hey, you know, that's what keeps the balance. Now, I didn't tell y'all, I'm actually a teacher. So I teach at A.H. Parker High School. So Monday through Friday during the day, I'm in teacher mode.
Wow.
He gets to do Hot Doggity Dog by himself without me bossing and telling him and criticizing. Well, I think you need to put a little more crowd. What about the end right there? You know, he gets to do it all by himself without me. And then the weekends and sometimes after, well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, I get to come in and be a part of it. So there's the other balance that he gets to run his own business without me while I'm being super teacher over here.
Right.
And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we get to do the partnership thing.
That's such a beautiful thing to see, because it's like you have your own lane here, he has his own lane here, and then, you know, y'all equally come together in support of what he's doing. I love that. You know, and a lot of women, dare I say, I'm sorry, y'all, don't always understand that. Like, you have to stand in agreement with what he wants too, and not just your own dreams and aspirations, and there's nothing wrong with it. I love that.
You're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. I love the applause. And you know, with that being said, he was just saying last night, he was talking about how he'll be glad when the business starts to make more of a profit. But you know, we're not even a year old. Hot Doggity Dog will be a year old in June.
Okay.
So I'm telling him, I said, well, the first year for any business is not necessarily its most profitable year. So you know what?
First 4 years will be
Thank you for perspective. Because I told him, I said, somebody told me the first year you cannot really expect to make buku's amount of money, but just grow with it and go with it. Well, I said all that to say, as a teacher, while I want to get in and fix and do and make things what I think he wants it to be, as a teacher, I realize I can't do that. Just like for my students, I could do their work for them. I could give them an A. But the growth and the power of what I do is teaching it and watching them take what I taught them, apply it, and then I stand back and go, yes, you did good. Or no, we still need to fix that. I said all that to say, when he, you know, has his moments where he's down about the business, I'm a fixer. And I know I can sometimes be the solution, but I'll sit back and say, no, he's got to struggle through this, because once he struggles through it and he overcomes it and he finds success in it, he's going to feel good about what he did. And I can go up here going,
you letting him be a man.
there you
Like,
go.
he did that.
Yes, exactly. And I tell him, I'm so proud of you for what you do. He may not hear it enough, but I say it. I'm like, I'm so proud of you for what you do, but I can't do it like I think he sometimes wants me to. I could, but I choose not to, because I want him to get it for himself so he can say, look what I have done. He needs, I want that. I feel like he needs that.
To affirm him.
Yes.
Got anything you want to add to that, T? Why?
Man, she right, man. Like I say, to piggyback off of like you say, she a great person, you know what I'm saying? Even when we first met, you know what I'm saying, there was a lot of stuff she was correcting me on. And I wasn't used to that, you know what I'm saying? Like correcting me when I send a text out of, I post something on Facebook, she, you need to change. Man, why I need to change that? That's straight. Let it go. Like going back in, editing and doing all that, just let it go. But after a while, when I sit back, I'm like, say to myself, you know, me and I pride, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change that. right. But just to say that, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of time that we have went out and did Hot Doggity Dog and me working it, and I don't see a major profit. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure I put back for what I done spent on my expensive when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the hot dogs and everything I need to buy, and then make sure my business partner, because our daughter also come out there with us, because like I said, it's a family business. So I make sure they straight, and then I make sure myself straight. But sometimes when I get to myself, I'm like, man, what this is? You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I get a little frustrated, and I tell her, I'm like, babe, something got to change, man. We got to add something else. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, baby, it's gonna be all right. Take one day at a time. So I get frustrated again. I'm like, why you keep saying just be patient? Like something that, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, it's just trial and error, and we just growing. That's all I can do.
That's what's up, man. It is. I kind of feel bad right now because
Bad.
Yeah.
Why you feel bad?
I got in my. She put me in my feelings.
Oh.
Yeah, she put me in my feelings. Again, I commend you guys on the way you communicate. You communicate in a sense so you both can understand it. Like, I'm one of them people, I hate when, like, okay, love is a beautiful thing.
Sure is.
But one thing that I hate when people, like, get on social media and stuff and tell how much they love this person and this person, and then they get married, and then 6 months later they on Facebook, the same Facebook, talking about how much they hate this person, and this person ain't this and this person ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like in certain lanes and certain aspects of life that we should keep social media and people out of. But the reason I'm saying all that is because I think that you just gave me something that I realized, but I didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? So during my engagement, like you were saying, like, I know you were saying, like, I know he want to be hot diggity dog, hot diggity dog, hot diggity dog, hot diggity dog. Like, that's how I am about my business, how I am about Let Pick Visuals. Have doggy dog. I'm sorry. So it with me, it was always business. I was just going home, going to sleep, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like as long as I was at home, and I felt like as long as I was in that bed and I wasn't out on the streets and I was working and I was doing my company stuff, I felt like I was okay and I was doing the right thing. And to hear you say, like, what was told to me at that point, I'm just your roommate, I'm just your business partner, you know what I'm saying? To hear that, like, I think that one of our listeners right now, as well as myself, somebody needed to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be successful. Nobody's pouring their time, their energy, their spirit into something that they want to just see an empty void and nothing return. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, if you're making that walk in that stride with somebody, you know what I'm saying? At some point in time, you got to figure out where the peace is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that the business is not peaceful, but it is a business, and there's certain things that we have to do and we have to handle when it comes to that business. So what about the beaches and the sunshine and the sunlight and the pina coladas and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Because we're dealing with this every day. And at some point in time, I do want to sit down and have a drink with you if we don't have time to eat, just so we have that me time. So to hear you say that, I know if I received that and it helped me right now in this moment, somebody that's listening to this podcast or looking at it on YouTube right now, they need to hear it as well. So I didn't mean that I was in my feelings in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody was really giving me that and saying it to me 24/7, and I just really thought that I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Like,
it's an eye opener.
Like I really thought I was good. Like, if all the bills paid, I ain't cheating on you, I'm at home, the business doing good. Like, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But to hear you say, like, at some point in time, if I'm your woman, there are still needs. And I'm not always talking about sexual needs that you need to tend to, because you need to help me tend to my mental when it comes to you. You need to help me tend to my security when it comes to you. You need to help me on my well-being when it comes to you. Like, you probably got it together for yourself, but when I got it together for myself, that don't count when I got it together with you. When you come into the equation, that means at some point in time, we got to find a median so we're having the well-being of each other on both ends. So that's all I was saying.
That makes sense.
I'm just loving those applause. It's so right on time.
And that's my apprentice and my intern. He's from my hometown. His mom taught me. So he just jumped into the camera business. He wants to be a dynamic photographer. And
he will.
Huh?
I said, and he will.
And he reached out to me and asked me to teach him.
I love it.
I told him I would. So he stepped in to help us tonight because our engineer is on the road because he's a busy guy. So y'all might get a chance to meet him on the way out the door because he's on his way here. But yeah, I wanted to commend you on that, man. Y'all, man, I'm mad that I can't take one of these hot dogs.
I know. So
that just means we have to have him back.
There you go. I was gonna say we baited y'all in. Yeah, we baited you, and so we'll definitely have to come back and bring hot dogs and feed everybody and talk about how good they taste and what we like best and all that.
And it's so crazy because God work in mysterious ways, because I've been trying. I also had a man. I'm like, well, we trying to work on a commercial. You know what I'm saying? I have, with me being an artist, coming up with a jingle. I don't want to come up with a commercial. We actually have one, but it's just basically finding somebody to make the jingle beat. You know what I'm saying? And then we continue on and get a commercial. I don't want to put nobody else's music behind my commercial. I want to have Hot Doggity Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's like me coming here. It just opened up more doors, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, he got this going on. Oh, I see he do camera, he do record. Oh, it's on and popping now. Open the door.
Yeah, so this is a shout out to anybody that's listening that maybe they can write, commercial jingles. They write music. They can help with bringing a commercial together. Because like you said, we've already sang the jingle. We already put the music together and everything, but we need somebody who can play it by ear, make it what we want, and actually develop a commercial. We want to get a commercial on TV and on the radio ASAP.
That's what's up, man. Do you know B Flat?
I know B Flat.
I would definitely start with B Flat. If you already got what she say put together, I would definitely see if I could set a consult up with B Flat, man, because it's I'm not really I don't know what the word would be, but I don't know like who on the scene when it comes to the music industry in Birmingham, because I used to be a manager and I used to be a publicist for a music group here, so I knew a lot more people then. Okay. But as far as like musically, who I know like off the top of my head has worked with some crazy people in the industry and is making moves, B Flat. The first person popping to my head is B Flat. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? B Flat then made a whole hit record that went platinum with Lil Duval.
Oh wow!
He did make that.
You know what I'm saying? He produced that for him. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Duval even shouted him out like, a little cat from Birmingham, Alabama put this track together for me. You know what I'm saying? And so, and B Flat he's grounded in the faith like we are. You know what I'm saying? Like he one of them people like if you don't really cuss in your music, he don't want you cussing in his studio first.
I love it.
Exactly.
You know, like that's what your delivery is. That's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like he a different type of person. Like I received him totally different when I first talked to him on the phone, because again, like when I was dealing with the artists that I was dealing with, he was their main producer. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got the opportunity to know him. But I also got a frat brother that's down in Calera that he does music and he has a lot of connections as well. So you know that'll probably be another person that I could just introduce you to. Okay. And he may or may not be able to help you, but he the type of person that if he can't help you, he can point you in the right direction. So you can find something that's out. So, and that's what we try to do when people come in here. Like we want you to leave with something that you didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And of course, if you get the opportunity, we want you to come in and get your face laid. You know what I'm saying? And then we want you to come in here and get these fine images. That's just what we do, man. We try to piggyback off of everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because we want folks to get what they supposed to get. Like, I'm not finna show up to your hot dog stand and just because you came to my podcast, be like, can I get a free hot dog? Right. Like, I don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got some people like that. I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? But you got people with that mentality, and those are the people that make our business stagnant.
Right.
You're right. Because those are the type of people that feel like just because they done something for you, that they're supposed to get something for free, and when they don't, them will be the people that'll go to your podcast or that'll go to your ratings or Google it and get a 1 star. Ain't got to do with your product, ain't got to do with your customer service, ain't got nothing to do with your delivery, ain't got nothing to do with your brand, ain't got nothing to do with it. It just got to do with the fact that you didn't get them a free hot dog.
Right. Yeah. Failed entitlement.
You want me to tell you something, man? What's so crazy, man?
Yeah.
It's like when we be out there, we be out there on 280. That's where we usually be set up at. And not iCat, man, they show so much love. Like, you know what I'm saying? At first I didn't believe, I'm like, man, these folks ain't finna. But I'm out here in they neck of the woods, you know what I'm saying, trying to sell. But they show so much love. But just to say that, you have a lot of iCat, man, we wave at them. They put a mug on their face and just keep going. Yeah. I ain't gonna even sit a trip about them. I'm gonna continue waving, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it will sometimes, it'll discourage, like, man, why we gotta be like that? Why you can't just wave at, even if you ain't coming to get nothing, why you got a mug? Why you just hate for no reason?
And we're in the South, bro. Yeah. Like, my grandma raised me to speak to everybody. Yeah. Right. Especially if we make eye contact. If we walking in the grocery store and you walk past me and we look at each other, I'm going to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how my grandma raised me. And I don't care what color you is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma just generally raised me like that. But, bro, man, we were raised, bro, and we are a product of an environment of people, and I hate to say it because I love black people. I want to be some type of inspiration to black people on whatever aspect I can. But we got some of us that the nature and the way they would never graduate from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some youngins in here a little while ago for a podcast, and to hear the aspect of their dating realm compared to how we dated when we were their age, and how I'm dating now as a seasonal guy. Yeah. It's completely different, man. Wow. Like, it's completely different. So those are the people that we're seeing every day. Those are the people that we had to interact with when it comes to our business. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that we're having to create new ways to interact with them. Yeah. And it ain't to just please them. It's just to make sure that our brand still stands for what it needs to stand for because those are the people that can cripple it. Case in point, Trick Daddy said something about Beyonce. Beyonce is probably one of the biggest influencers in the world. In the matter of 8 hours, the people that love Beyonce went to Trick Daddy restaurant and went from a 4.6, 4.7, 4.8 rating on his restaurant. The Beehive brought it down to like a 2.
No way. What did he say about Beyonce? I didn't even hear about it.
Or something like
that.
that.
Yeah, he said something about it, and they went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You still had to think about everything as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to sell hot dogs to 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-olds. You're not just going to sell them to 30, 31, 32, and 33. So when we're thinking about being successful in the realm of what we do in our business and entrepreneurship, we had to figure out a way to be able to cater to everything. You know what I'm saying? Old money is good money, but ain't nothing like that new money.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where they be getting the new money from, but they be getting it from somewhere.
Right.
Green is green, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right. And that's to her point about being balanced. And he's right, you know, and I talk to my students all the time about code switching, time and place, knowing where you are, knowing who you're serving to, knowing your customer base. When we're on 280, we do understand that I'm not gonna say we take on a different face, but we have a different client that we serve with a different need. But we try to also use that same level of excellence. Even like we say, on the west side, I grew up on the west side, so I can say that even on the west side, like I tell him, we still wave and smile. Right. We still are very hospitable. We're still, you know, we want to please our folks just as much as we want to please our other brothers. Exactly. Even though they may give us some kickback. I mean, we have people all the time, our folks will say all the time, you want that much for a hot dog? I'm like, well, Sneaky Pete's does. Gus's does.
Talk to them when you can.
And they have nice long lines, and they are a corporation. They are doing very, very well. They wanted that amount, and we paid it. So let's pay it for us as well. Exactly. Sometimes it takes a little educating. Sometimes we give a little. Mm-hmm. You know, like the event that we worked this past weekend. I had to put him behind the cash register last night because Friday night with our people, you know, they're like, we got to pay additional for toppings. Every topping is 50 cents.
Yes, you do.
Right. And I'm like, yeah, but for me, I'm like, I understood. So I was like, well, after so many toppings, I won't charge you. And I didn't tell him that. He just finding this out right now. I was like, after so many toppings, I won't charge you. So I'll charge him for like maybe 3 toppings. But beyond that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna kind of give you a little break. I know you're in the, you know, in a little nightclub or whatever. Maybe you don't want to spend that much. Maybe you didn't bring that much. You really want to kind of keep your money for, you know, your drinks or whatever. But I told him, because it was a larger crowd last night, I said, I don't need to be behind. I told him, I don't need to be behind the cash register. You run it. You know how much you've invested to do this. You know how bad you want your money back. You don't need me there because I wasn't there when you spent what you spent.
Right.
You were, and you know how important it is to get it back. Let me make the hot dog like I'm supposed to, and you get the money. So we switched up again, going back to balance. We switched up where it was like, okay, I'm not gonna do the cash register and the customer service face like I did Friday. I'm gonna let you do that tonight, and I'll just make hot dogs. Knowing when to switch up, knowing when to, like I said, code switch, but also knowing your time and place, knowing who you're serving, and trying to tailor. Now, I don't want to take away from our business, but I also want to be able to pull people in. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to do little deals. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like little coupons, little discounts. You got to do that. And I'm a couponer. And I like discounts. So I can understand that single mom who's standing there, she want to get a hot dog, but she don't want to spend the $2.80 amount that we're used to charging our other brothers who may, and sisters who may be a little more affluent and who may have it a little bit more. She don't want to spend it, but she does want to support. I'm going to meet you where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we are learning that even as business partners and as a business, we have to meet our customers where they are sometimes. Mm-hmm. It don't mean that we're going to take a hit each and every time, but I'd rather get a customer and lose 50 cents, maybe 75 cents, than to not have gotten that customer at all, and now I lost the whole sale. Right. So it's really, again, I love what you said, it's about finding that balance. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And doing that, like, it plants a seed for people, because they're like, oh, well, like, they were so nice, you know, and it's not even just about like the dollar amount, but like they'll tell people about your business, and ultimately they'll come back to you, you know, willingly wanting to pay full price and they won't question it or anything like that.
Right.
And, you have to look at it from that standpoint as a business owner.
You're right.
Yeah,
you are so right.
She got me all the way together, a couple of days ago because I was dealing with the same
with
thing.
love though.
Like, it was, like I'm a portrait photographer. Like I do event photography. You know what I'm saying? But when I moved into this studio, like my rates were like, I ain't gonna say they were low, but I didn't have the expenses that I have now. You know what I'm saying? So, when I moved in here, a lot of photographers that I work with and collab with, the first thing they got at me about was like, bro, change your prices. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the things I changed was I changed my event rate. My event rate used to be $125 an hour for a minimum of 2 hours and $75 for each additional hour.
Yeah.
When I moved into the studio, you know what I'm saying, I searched around for some of the photographers that I'm hanging around with, talking on the phone with now that are premier Black photographers in the city of Birmingham, and they're charging $200 plus for event photography, and stuff like that. So I increased it to $185. You know what I'm saying? So it's still lower than the ideal photographer, quote unquote, that somebody may call for the event. So, $185 an hour for a minimum of 2 hours. Each additional hour is $100. So, the other day I got a booking, and I got a booking for a prom. And when I showed up to do the booking for the prom, and this is when, like you said, when like what you got to do, how you got to switch, how you need to make an adjustment, because all the time it's not your client or your customer's fault all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you have to look at yourself and see why they're asking what they're asking and why they don't know what they need to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I showed up to my client's spot, she wanted me to take pictures of everything. The getting ready, the getting dressed, the coming out, the whole nine. I was like, hey, that's not what you booked me for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that type of photography, but that's not what you booked me for. You know what I'm saying? So any other day, you know what I'm saying, especially how I am now, I would have been like, look, if you want me to do this, this is what you need to pay me. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, sometimes you just cut corners. So I was just like, look, this is normally what I would have charged you, but just give me an extra $100. I'm going to knock this out for you, and we're still going to do your portrait session, you know what I'm saying, for your son. And we done it. And then from that point on, each additional thing that they added on, she didn't have no problem paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the thing I was talking about with her was, I know that I had just went through that a week and a half before. So when I did the current booking, I was like, hey, let me give you this break. And that's why I like booking with my parents. So I can make sure that the adult knows what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, I was booking with a child. And I was like, hey, this is what it is. This is what I like to do, whatever the case may be. And this is what you're getting. Right. And as soon as I got to my location, it was the complete opposite. Right. So as soon as I seen that it was going to be the complete opposite, I was like, just my face started doing stupid stuff. So she done pulled out her phone like, hey, it's a lot of people out here that see what you're doing. Know and treat everybody out here like they are a potential customer. Just bite the bullet on this one. Get these folks what they want, and it's going. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out better. So none of these people have never seen my work before. You know what I'm saying? So we literally got a car in the middle of a road. It's on the top of a horizon. So right there on the top of the hill is a dip behind it. So the only thing you see on the back part of the pictures is the top of the houses. But they're covered with trees. So I'll be able to go in and Photoshop and cover those houses up with the same trees that's around it. And then you see the horizon on the sky. We taking pictures, killing it. Boom, 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 kill it. Boom, boom, boom. I filed the iPad, bring the pictures up. Everybody out there like, oh, wow. Like they didn't know that it was going to look like that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So her keeping me grounded, saying, hey, don't get aggravated. You're going to be okay. Do what you do best. Show these folks that you're a fine photographer. And not only did they notice me for the photography, the little girl that got her makeup done, we had one of the folks out there in the back. She didn't even hear him. I heard him. They was like, damn, your makeup fly. And she had done it. So it was like a win-win all around, bro. Like they end up loving the photography work. You know what I'm saying? They love the service that they got with makeup. And when me and her come to customer service, we always on the same page. Like we try to be as lenient, as cool as we can. You know what I'm saying? Even when we teed off, you know what I'm saying? We try to find a way to deal with it in that moment.
Yeah.
And then we just blow about it to each other. We blow about it later on how we wanted to handle it. And we know what we want to do and stuff like that, but we really don't do it because of, again, it goes back to our brand. It goes back to what you want people to know you as, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the best example I can say is like when I was married, my wife would get mad at me because of how I responded to people that said certain things about me or to me.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't allow her to say or do things to me. And my response to her was always this: you know better.
Right.
They don't.
They don't. That's true.
So me being in the serving in the capacity that I was serving in at the time, like, I can't get mad and snap and be ready to fight people. Like, that's not gonna look right for what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll try to be lenient and cool and passive aggressive about what they're doing and try to let it roll off my shoulders. But when it come to you, I don't expect that from you because you know better.
You know better. I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, that's a good rule of thumb for our businesses. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we got those common people that are always going to, you know, bump with us, come shop with us and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they probably know us personally and they want to patronize and make sure we good. And you always gonna have that one knucklehead that's gonna come out the woodworks that you just gotta give them a pass.
Right.
You gotta give them a pass.
They're just not your client.
Yeah.
You know, like they're literally just, they're not your client because people are always watching you even when you think they're not.
They're not. That's right.
I had a client yesterday, actually. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday actually, that was getting her makeup done by me. And she was telling me that she's like, I've gone to other makeup artists before, and she didn't tell me who, which I wasn't expecting her to. But she was saying that the way that an artist she's gone to before presents herself one way on social media, but then in person, she's a whole nother monster. And I was like, that's not good. You know, because people catch wind of that and they're like, oh, I don't want to go to them for their attitude. Their customer service is poor, and the experience as a business owner, you know, for your consumers, it's everything.
Yes.
You don't get the same experience at Walmart as you would Target
Or Publix.
or Publix.
Speak on Publix.
You know, or even like, come on, Publix, or Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
There she go with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, she right.
Listen, I am a Chick-fil-A consumer. I have no problem being a Chick-fil-A consumer. Y'all can go ahead and sponsor me and give me free Chick-fil-A for a year. But even if you go to Chick-fil-A, opposed to, I've never gone to a Chick-fil-A in any state. Anywhere, and I eat Chick-fil-A all the time. I'm a signature member. Anyway, but I've never gone to a Chick-fil-A and seen anyone with a bad attitude.
Okay.
Ever.
That's right.
Not ever.
Me either.
If I go to McDonald's, just to get my Big Mac.
Right, because you got to do it sometimes.
Right.
Yes.
What you want? Can I take your order? Hey, what you mad for? You work here. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that small little thing because you just never know. Like, people are watching you. You know, and not only that, but even too with just being black business owners, black business does not mean less.
Right.
You know.
Come on, say it again, sis.
Yeah.
Say it again,
Having
bro.
a black business does not mean less. That does not mean less. It does not mean cheaper.
Right.
It definitely does not mean free.
Okay.
You know, or you're just gonna get over because even still, you know, like you've done, and I know you've done as well. And it just even with us, I've spent time and energy and effort and blood, sweat, whatever it may be, pouring into my business so that it's excellent. I don't treat my business like a hobby, and you won't either.
There you go. There you go.
I said what I said.
The price is the price.
The price is the price.
So as we get ready to turn gears here, man, I just really want y'all to, again, thank y'all for coming. You know what I'm saying? We're going to set up that next session so that we can get you back in here. But before we get out of here, man, I want y'all to do me a quick favor. T.Y., your camera is right there, and your camera is right here. So before we get out of here, all I want you to do is I want you to tell the people who you are again, tell them how they can find you on social media, and I don't want you to give all the information. I want you to cut about down the middle, about 50%, so T.Y. can get some of the information.
Thank you for the preface.
Like Game of Thrones, she's sitting on the chair. He's standing on the side.
I have one more
But I'm gonna tell you why it's
question,
cool. I'm gonna tell you why it's cool though. It's hard to find.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find. So you can sit on the porch and drink your Bud Light and know that everything gonna be taken care of. When I get up and go about my business, I know that she got everything taken care of. So I'm cutting a joke because it's funny, but right. that's a great thing. Go ahead with your question.
So with y'all's business anniversary coming up in June, right? What do y'all have planned?
Good.
Ooh.
What y'all got planned?
I don't know. You have something planned?
Not yet.
Now that she mentions it, I think we need to definitely be thinking about that. I love that you asked that. Yeah.
Definitely do something, man. And then, like, I'm not really, I won't say an event planner, but in terms of like advertising and marketizing, like I'm a freelancer. I've been doing it since I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I read a lot of marketing, advertising books. We just had a social media queen to come here the other day and just drop some gems on how to manage and advertise on social media.
Oh wow, we need to watch that.
Bro, listen, she got me on something 2 weeks ago, and ever since she put me on it, Facebook actually monetized my account today.
Did they?
Yeah, just because I went and did what she told me to do. They monetized my account.
I'm gonna check that out.
Oh yeah, we need to watch the replay.
So it's I think it's called how to strategically plan your social media.
I seen that today.
Yeah, it just went live today. It went live today at 12.
Okay.
So she just called me because she is one of those people too that like to rub shoulders with people. And she called me and told me she just picked up one of her biggest clients, and it's a liquor distributor.
Oh wow.
And they want her to help with the planning of I'm sorry. Ooh, my bad. They want her to help with the planning of photography shoots for their products as well as commercials.
Okay. Nice.
And guess who she called? She called me.
Listen, look at that.
Is so anytime anybody come in here with a business and they're looking to optimize their social media, optimize when it comes to SEO, and they don't have the time for it, you know what I'm saying? Because it is time consuming. Yeah. That's why she's in demand. Like that's why if she can prove what she need to prove when it comes to analytics and business sales for these businesses, people are going to pay her what she's asking for. You know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna take the load off of my phone. He must have called twice. He must have called twice, man. That's Jay. That's the engineer. I'm just saying he must have called twice. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry,
wish we had
bro.
one that said finish him.
But let me tell you something real quick, so you understand what that. I have given up on Do Not Disturb because I have so many people on emergency bypass that my Do Not Disturb is ineffective. So literally when I cannot be disturbed, I have to go in airplane mode every time and let my phone just tell me what it's going to tell me when I come off airplane mode, and whatever it don't tell me, I didn't need to know. So I'm just dropping that gem so you know.
Man, I appreciate
Do Not Disturb does not work anymore when you have a lot of people on emergency bypass. It won't work.
Got you. So, again, she's one of those people, you know what I'm saying, that she's definitely going to be dope, and I would love to give you guys her contact information. She does free consults, you know what I'm saying, and I remember her saying that she booked a boutique owner out in L.A.
Wow.
The girl was averaging about 30 to 35 sales a month. And then once she took over her account, within like the first 30 to 60 days, her stuff went from 35 to like 150 sales.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, we definitely need to talk to her.
So she pushing in the direction she need to. And I only reason I believe her now because I know that she didn't get on this podcast talking those numbers on what she do, and she not doing it.
Right.
Because that would be embarrassing to her and her brand. That's the only reason I believe her now. Because I told her she was capping. I was like, I know you're capping.
He did.
But if you will get on this podcast and say that, and there's stuff going on YouTube too, and you will say that,
she knew her stuff.
that means you can prove.
Really
Yeah, you can tell the way she was talking that she knew. Yeah. But again, so
confident.
I was trying to just say like, if y'all ever need like some ideas or something like that to just bounce off of somebody to come up with stuff like that, because my 4-year anniversary, I think, is April. It actually passed, and I ain't even celebrated. My anniversary for my business is April 15th.
Oh wow, yeah, just passed. So you still got time. Celebrate tonight.
So I think I'm gonna focus on my 5th year though.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something big for my 5th year. But if y'all need some ideas on that stuff like that, like y'all got a whole hot dog stand, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all say y'all got children running for y'all.
Mm-hmm. And the only one of its kind here in Birmingham. So that
let the children run it. Y'all run around, pay hosts all day. Find a company that want to team up with y'all. Find out how y'all can negotiate some type of negotiation with them, and then get them folks to bring some jumpy houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're working on that.
Yes, confirmation. Bro.
Get your T-shirts and stuff like y'all said. Have them for y'all anniversary so y'all can sell those.
Yeah.
It'll offset any little bills that y'all have and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all got a T-shirt guy. I got a T-shirt guy that screen prints. I'll do press if it's last minute, but I like screen printed shirts. They're just gonna last a little longer than the press is gonna last. But if y'all want somebody to bounce some ideas off of to come up with something, please let me know. If I got any gems I can drop on you to help you out, I definitely will. But with that being said, Kim, did you have anything else?
No.
All right,
but I do want some hot dogs though.
Okay, we got you. I can't wait to come back.
So before we get out of here, man, like again, you know where your camera's at. So I just want you guys to again plug yourself, tell the people who you are, give them your name, tell them where they can find you on social media. Talk a little bit about the business as far as what y'all offer in terms of services and stuff like that. And if they want any additional information on booking you guys for something, make sure that they know that. So y'all kind of sort of split that down the middle, and then we get ready to get out of here.
Okay.
So my name is Tyran, and I'm actually the business owner of Hot Doggity Dog. Also the operational manager, and my fiance/wife. It's a we thing at the end of the day now. She's the sales communication specialist. And we have different types of hot dogs. We have beef jumbo size dogs. We have chicken dogs. We have vegan dogs. We have turkey dogs. We have beef brats. All type of toppings. Gourmet, seasoned ground beef, sauteed onions, bell peppers, a pedigree that I put together that has beans, onions, bell peppers, brown sugar. Like I can make a whole song out of this right now. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah. So like I said, y'all can follow us at Hot Doggity Dog on social media, Facebook and Instagram. If you want to email us, it's at hdogitydog@gmail.com. We'll pass it over.
Right. Well, he pretty much said it all, but like he said, I'm Andria. I'm his fiance/wife. I am the sales and communication specialist for Hot Doggity Dog. You will also find me as the hot dog craftsman. I'm the one that puts the dogs together when you order them. I'm also the one behind the wave and the smile. We have to make sure that we wave and smile. I love when people come by, I want to wave and smile at you when you come by. So check us out. Follow us, like he said, on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, wherever we are. We hope that you pull up because, like we said, we want to take over Birmingham, and not just Birmingham. We want to take over this entire nation, one hot dog at a time. And so we hope you come and get yours. You can find us again, Hot Doggity Dog on Facebook, Hot Doggity Dog on Instagram. You can find me, Andria Jones Hall, on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I think it's Andria Jones Hall as well. I'm not on Instagram that much, but you can find me somewhere. But yeah, check us out, and we're so glad that we got an opportunity to talk with you guys tonight.
And our favorite saying is, our taste is better than our bite.
And there you have it, good folks. There you have it, man. So, man, after listening to this podcast or watching it on YouTube, man, you already know how we are right here at the What You Mean Podcast. We want to thank you for tuning in and listening. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, man. Make sure that you get at us if you're a local business, if you're a local vendor, if you're a local advertiser, marketer. I don't care what you is or what you do. If you got something that you can give to the culture to educate somebody to help them further their what? It turned into a dream,
vision,
and that vision become reality.
Look at that. He helped me on the closeout. You know what I'm talking about?
Say, we need to do a T-shirt on that.
So, man, make sure you hit all those buttons for us, man. We need your support. This podcast will not go further without you, man. So thanks so much for tuning in for this Industry Monday. I'm your boy, LaCheston.
And I'm your co-hostess with the mostest, Kim.
And until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
Peace.